our topic of the day. So today we're gonna we're gonna talk about the genders of nouns and objects and things in general. Um, I did find some nice pictures on internet to help graphic all of this, and we have the general rule, and there could be some exceptions, but we are always gonna associate the nouns that are ending in O as masculine and the nouns that are ending in A as feminine. That's like an easy one, and uh like the most present all the time. So in English, we kind of like we use the for everything, and it's easy. You don't have to think about it. You just say the flower, the car, the ocean, the tree. It's like it's it's easy. um in Spanish, we do have to take into consideration some things. However, do not stress it, okay? Yes, there are some rules, there are some stuff, but it's very hard to learn all of them. And I personally experienced it when I'm learning, for example, French. I struggle every day. I'm like, but how do I know? It's just a matter of understanding these rules and doing it constantly. So here we have some examples for the masculine. We have teléfono, we have libro, and we have vino. So teléfono is telephone, libro is book, and vino is wine. We have for feminine, we have silla, which is chair. We have puerta, which is door. And we have manzana, which is apple. So as you can see, masculines are ending in O, feminines are ending in A. Any questions on this one?
Oops, we've lost the.
Are you here? Yeah, you're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
we're okay.
You lost me. I was checking for how many more students joined. Okay. Okay, good to hear that you're good with that one. So here we have, how do I know what is feminine or what is masculine? So there are indeed some rules, as I was mentioning. They can get a little confusing. We're gonna go little by little, and eventually, after some time, we're gonna start getting it. Oh yeah, I recognize this is for masculine. Oh yeah, I recognize this is for feminine. So we have the more rules for the masculine besides just ending in O. Another one is the ones that are ending in N, O, as I mentioned before, R, S. So we have camión, we have gato, we have amor, and we have compás. So camión is truck, gato is cat, amor is love, and compás is very similar in English, and it's compass. I am not so sure if the compass word it's for this object specifically, which is the one that we used to use on the geometry class in school. Um, I think it's more for like the tool that gives you the directions, like for north, south. But you can let me know, because I, or maybe they're both. In English, compass is this object that you are seeing on the screen, the this one over here.
Yep, okay.
Is this do you know which object is this one?
That's the one for math.
Yeah.
Yes.
How do you normally call this object?
A compass.
Okay, awesome, perfect. So yeah, in Spanish is very very similar, just an accent changes and probably might be one more letter. So yeah, masculines tend to finish in these letters, and those are just some rules that I wanted to show you so that it could be helpful. And then we have the feminine, which, as mentioned before, the A, it's for sure feminine. That, DAD, it's another one. SION, Sion, another one. And then CION, it's another one. So in the first place, we have mesa, which is a table. In the second place, we have Navidad, which is Christmas. Third place, we have televisión, which is in English very similar, television. In fourth place, we have canción, which in English is song. So I'm gonna say it now in Spanish, okay? Every rule, I'm gonna say it in Spanish now. So everything that it's finishing in N, O, R, S is masculines. And everything that it's ending in the A, dat, sion, or sion is the feminine.
How do you say the difference between the last two again?
Okay, there is no difference. Good question. It's the same. Sion, sion.
Okay.
Sometimes there is difference for people that live in Spain. They have like a theon, but in my Spanish is pretty much the same. All right, so moving on to the second image, we have the male emoji for the gender masculine in the words. So things ending in L, O, N, E, R, S, or for professions. So I'm gonna say it now in Spanish. Everything finishing in L, O, N, E, R, S, or O-R. So those for masculine, and then for feminine, I'm just gonna say it in Spanish. A, ion, sion, dat, tat, ie, zeta, umbre, hora. So this that we're looking at here right now is very technical. I just wanted to touch base on that because I wanted you to like get to know these rules and to let you know that they're all around the internet. However, it's not something we have to like memorize or know right away. It's just useful to start familiarizing with, okay, this is a rule for masculine, okay, this is a rule for feminine, and eventually I can start using it whenever I'm confused and I don't know what is masculine and what is feminine. So all Spanish language nouns have gender, masculine or feminine. There are no set rules to obtain a word's gender. Gender cannot be explained or figured out. This word ending might give you a hint or of gender, but there are exceptions. So that's pretty much what I was saying. And I took these images from internet, and you're welcome to always question me or go to internet and get more insight about them. But yeah, this is pretty much the introduction to knowing that you have to know that in Spanish we have masculines and feminines and that they're tricky. That's everything I want you to know. Is there any questions from this one?
I do have a question.
Of
It
course.
is true that feminine and masculine, it doesn't imply to the object. Like, is it gato that's cat?
Gato, yes.
So if you have a female cat, it's not gata.
Yeah, you can use that if it's a gata, if it's a female.
Okay. So it's both the item that you're talking about and the word itself that decides
Yeah,
the gender.
the gender. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm understanding very well your question.
I guess, you have male and female objects, that's their gender biologically.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then there's words that describe those items.
Oh, yeah.
So does the ending have to change for the sex of the item, or does the word describe both sexes? And what we're talking about is that that word is always masculine or feminine in terms of the L or the la or the preface for it.
Does the word determine the sex, or does the object determine masculine or feminine?
The object, because like you were mentioning, sometimes you'll have your natural objects, like biologically, like your example. So sometimes you'll have el gato, la gata, and that distinguishes if she can have babies or if he cannot have babies. And then you have the tree, el árbol. Well, it's not in these examples. Let's use one example from the screen. Sorry. So you have the very first one, which is camión. Camión, it's camión and that's it. There's not camiona. So that could be one example. So yeah. Some objects
It's kind
will.
of both, really.
What is it?
It's kind of both. It's the words themselves have feminine and masculine.
Yeah, some words
also the objects
will
too.
just, some nouns, objects will just have their gender and that's it, and some of them will have their masculine and their feminine. But I feel like most of the times we could judge by our view, uh, if that could apply or not. Like with the animal, you biologically know that, oh, this could be a man or this could be a woman, like masculine or feminine. And you can leave it to your judgment, like your natural judgment will get you far. Yes.
For example, can you say something about like a ship? Now, a lot of people name ships after women. She is this, and a ship. So how would you say ship?
The SHEEP.
No, not sheep. SHIP, ship, like the boat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a funny one. Yeah, people tend to always give female names to the boats. I saw that back in Miami. Um, yeah, so the boats are masculine. El bote. There's there's no la bote.
La bote, you said?
There's no, it's not existent. La bote or la bota for a ship. That doesn't exist. Is el bote. Now you have very different types of ships. Like you have the very little ones. I call that lancha, and that's feminine. La lancha, which is the one little motor and maybe maximum 3 people. And then a big boat, to me it's el bote, something that can handle up to 10 people, for example. That's el bote, and those are the ones that people use around and they put names on.
Is that a masculine though? El bote?
Yeah, It's a
And
masculine.
then if you had a guitar, how do you say guitar?
Guitarra.
So would that be feminine?
Yes.
Ends with it.
Yes. That'll be feminine.
I don't. Okay, somebody just came in, I guess. I don't know what.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. So guitar is feminine.
La tarde is feminine. Yes. And I think that could probably be very much attributed to the exceptions. Because if I'm not mistaken, things that ends in a, they're normally a masculine. We don't have that rule here, but I saw it somewhere. But la tarde, for instance, is feminine, so that could be pretty much an the exception ones. Yeah. Any more questions?
Nope.
Okay. All right. So I wanted to show you some exceptions. Here are some for feminine, some for masculine. So we have, I'm gonna name them in Spanish. You have la foto, la mano, la moto, la radio, la clase, la carne, la fiebre, la frente, and we can include here la tarde. That's another exception. And then for masculine, we have el clima, el día, el idioma, el mapa, el planeta, el programa, el sofá, el esquema. So as you can see, there are many, and there's more. There's more. So yeah, you have some exceptions. And honestly, I'm gonna tell you something, and I hope I remember to say this next class. If you ever say the wrong one when you're speaking to somebody that speaks Spanish,
I don't need it.
it's okay. It's
That's none of your business.
it's
I'm
fine.
really busy at the moment, so quit calling me. Thank
He
you.
needs to mute.
Yeah.
Yeah, need to mute your.
Oh, he finished. Okay. So as I was saying, if you ever say the wrong one, it's gonna be fine. Because I've experienced it before where somebody that only speaks English, they're trying to communicate with me in Spanish and they use the wrong article with the gender and all of that. And I could still understand all the time. So it's just funny to hear, but you'll still be able to communicate. So if you don't know it, just use whichever and continue with your sentence once you get to the conversational level. Okay. Any questions on this one? Okay, no questions. All right, so I wanted to teach you some articles, definite articles and indefinite articles. Again, I'm gonna do my best to use this technical languages definitions. I'm not a Spanish grammar teacher, but I do know what word it is and what it means. So I just got this graphics because I like structure and I need you to be, like, I need you to see graphics and stuff. And so, yeah, I got this definite articles which have gender and have a singular and a plural. And the same goes for the indefinite articles. So this is basically what helped us have together what we just learned about the genders. So depending of the gender and if it's singular or if it's plural, we are going to be able to use these ones that we're going to see right now. So for masculine, we have el and singular. For masculine and plural, we have los. For feminine and singular, we have la. And for feminine and plural, we have las. And then there's an example that's called neutral, which I thought it was interesting, however, not super necessary. And it's lo, and they're citing the example right there of how it's used. So lo importante, which in English means what's important, and then you say something in English. What's important is to be healthy or whatever. So lo importante is to be healthy. You don't need to use it yet. It was just there, so I thought that was interesting. Okay, so we have el libro, the book. We have los carros, the cars. We have la silla, the chair. And we have las montañas, the mountains. And then we have un, unos, una, unas. So masculine singular, un, masculine plural, unos. Feminine singular, una. Feminine plural, unas. And then un gato, a cat, unos lápices, some pencils, una mesa, a table, unas flores, some flowers. What do you think about this? Any questions?
No, just trying to get caught up on some of this.
It's hard to see the screen on our little phone, so we're...
Oh, yeah.
We're
sorry. Let's see if I can do this. Is this better? Oh.
Hold on.
Wait.
Is this better?
Yeah.
So a question.
Of course.
On the previous slide, we had el gato.
Mm-hmm.
So you had the mask. So what kind of rule could I apply? Maybe I'm getting ahead here. Whether I say el gato or un gato.
When you want to be a specific of something, it's when you use the definite ones. And when you're just generally speaking, you use the indefinite one.
I got it. Yep.
And same rule of the other one. For these ones, it's very relaxed. So if you ever mistaken it, it's fine. Examples, I wanted to make it as simple as possible. So I used this cutlery that we normally use in our homes. And so I used it for the singular and for the plural and so on. So for el, which is the masculine and singular, we have el cuchillo. And then for the plural, we have los cuchillos. For the feminine singular, we have la cuchara. And then for the feminine plural, we have las cucharas. I also chose this because of the accent of the ch, which I feel like I don't use it that much in English. And so I thought maybe it could be a little challenging and teach you something. So I'm gonna ask, since we are very little people in this class, I'm gonna ask each of you to go one by one and go after me for when I'm gonna say el cuchillo and I'm gonna say los cuchillos, and I want each of you to speak after me, okay? So I'm gonna name it. So, okay, Krista and Mac.
I'm sorry.
Okay, Krista and Mac. We lost this. There we go. No, there we go.
El cuchillo, los cuchillos.
El cuchillo, los cuchillos.
Okay, el cuchillo, los cuchillos.
El cuchillo, los cuchillos.
Okay, that was great. Remember that this right here, this double L, so in
Yeah.
English we use it as a very soft yeah. We barely step on it. In Spanish, we do step on it a lot and it's more of a j. So el cuchillo, los cuchillos. Just to keep it in mind. Okay, so we go with Dan, BR.
Yes, I'm
You
here.
lost the screen again. There it
Yeah,
goes.
there we go. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
El cuchillo, los cuchillos.
El cuchillos, los cuchillos.
Okay, we're gonna try that again. The first one is el cuchillo. It's only one. El cuchillo.
El cuchillo,
Okay. And then the second one?
los cuchillos.
Not lost. Los.
Very good.
Los cuchillos.
Very good. Okay, so your wife?
El cuchillo, los cuchillos.
Los cuchillos.
Cuchillos.
Okay, because there's many. Okay, so we have the S as a plural. Okay, very good. We go with John Thomas.
El cuchillo, los cuchillos.
Very good. We go with Karen.
There it is. El cuchillo, los cuchillos.
Los cuchillos.
So I think I'm listening when you guys are saying los. I am more listening like a D of Daniel. I don't know why. I feel like you're saying dos cuchillos. So I need you to remember that the L, los, it's an L. Okay, so just a good one to have in mind.
Los cuchillos.
Correct. There we go. Karen, you speak already, right? Karen, just Karen, without the last name.
Bernie husband there, yeah.
Okay. There's a Karen without the last name, just Karen, but I'm not listening to her. But
It's not us. Oh, okay, different.
I guess she's maybe having some voice technological issues. Karen, later on you can let me know if you need any help, okay? So now we go with Karen Payne.
I thought I did it. El cuchillo, los cuchillos.
Okay, remember the j sound of the double L?
Cuchillo.
There is no L. It's a Y or a sh.
Yes, try as if it was a Y.
Cuchillos.
El cuchillo,
Los
los cuchillo.
Yeah.
Los cuchillos.
That's the name.
Can everybody see the red letter
No.
that I just typed in above?
Yeah, she put it above there. So
Yes.
Okay.
put a Y.
Yes.
Okay.
Like almost a
Yes,
Y.
right
Thank you very much
El
to Mr.
cuchillo.
Payne.
Los cuchillos.
He gave me this handy tool. Yes, you think of it as a Y, and then your body will get it.
El cuchillo, los-
Okay. So we go with Mr. Payne. I haven't heard you, I think.
Yes, hi. I think the other Karen is what my computer on the other side of the desk is broadcasting, but I don't have a camera or speaker, so I'm joining Karen.
Okay. Okay. Awesome.
So it's El Cuchillo and Los Cuchillos.
Yeah, very good. Okay, Shannon Woods.
El cuchillo,
Mm-hmm.
los cuchillos.
Yeah, very good. Okay. Did I call John Thomas already or not?
Yes, you did,
Yeah.
and I did good.
Okay. Okay. Because it was all the way down. Okay. Okay, good. I call everyone because I call Karen Payne. Okay, good. Great. So, no, I didn't. Did I call Krista and Mac? Yeah, those were the first ones. Okay. Great. So, yeah, guys, basically, this is saying that this is only one because it's saying el cuchillo. This is singular. And then los cuchillos, I am referring to as many as they are. It's plural. So, as many as they are. In English, the knife, the knives. In English, the only thing that changes is one word don't have an S, and then the other word does have an S, right?
Right.
So if I want to say el cuchillo, I think it's the knife, and if I want to say los cuchillos, it's the knives, right?
Yeah, got it.
Okay, yeah, it gets
Okay.
a little more. There's more sauce in the Spanish language, so you'll use el and you'll use los. Okay, that's when I want to be like specific. Remember, as Krista was asking before, how do I know like when I use that? That's just yeah, I have this, so I talk about this. Oh, el papel. This is papel, paper. El papel. Because I have it right here, but we can look into that later. Okay, so we have la cuchara and las cucharas. La cuchara is only one, and then las cucharas is as many as I have. I don't care how many, it's just more than one. Okay, so we're gonna go again, la cuchara, las cucharas, and we're gonna go with Krista and Mac.
La Chuhara. La Chuhara.
Wait, there it comes.
La Chuhara.
Cool. La cuchara.
Yes.
Las cucharas.
Yes.
Okay. You want to try?
La Chucara. Las Chucaras.
Okay, so basically what you're doing is you're flipping it. When there is a C, you're using chu, and when there's a che, you're using ka. So that's wrong. When there is C, it's the ku, ku. And then when you see the C and H, is the ch, ch. So go with me. Ku,
Who?
cha,
Cha.
ra.
Ra.
Great. Cuchara.
Cuchara.
Yeah.
Cuchara.
Yeah.
Las Cucharas.
Yes, good. All right, we go with den and wife.
And wife?
That's me.
Okay.
We don't have the screen.
Oh,
You're right,
screen.
sorry.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Can you do it?
La Chucara.
Mm-mm. Remember what I just told. What I just said.
La Chucara.
No.
Mm-mm.
He is.
Cuchara. Oh, La Cuchara.
Yes.
La Cuchara.
Okay.
And Los Cucharos.
No, because it's feminine, so it's las cucharas.
Las Cucharas.
Yes.
Okay.
Great.
Las Cucharas.
Wife.
La cuchara. Las cucharas.
Very good. Now we go with Karen Payne and husband.
Trying to get the screen to her.
Oh, yeah.
La chucada.
Mm-mm.
Las. Oh, las cuchara. Yeah, las cucharas.
Good. And then the singular, I haven't heard the singular.
La chucada.
Mm-mm.
It's okay.
La cu.
La cuchara.
Yes, wow, that's very good. That was a very good
I'll
pronunciation.
say,
And then
It's off the
husband.
screen.
Okay, good.
La Cuchara. Las Cucharas.
Very good.
Ino Donero Agastar.
No Amazon? Okay. Here we go with Shannon Woods.
La cuchara, las cucharas.
Very good. We go with John Thomas.
La cuchara, las cucharas.
Very good. Very good job, guys. Okay, I think I am not losing anyone. Okay. Everybody talk. Okay. All right. So, any questions on what we just did and what's masculine singular, masculine plural, feminine singular, and feminine plural?
It's interesting or a little different, but the knives are masculine and the spoons are feminine.
Yeah.
What's the fork?
What's the fork? El tenedor. Tenedor is masculine.
Okay.
El tenedor.
El tenedor.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Of course. Okay, so now we have the indefinite articles, and these we have masculine singular, un, masculine plural, unos, feminine singular, una, feminine plural, unas. Again, same. I use the same word to make things a little more concise. So we have un cuchillo, which is one. We have unos cuchillos, which is many. We have una cuchara, one. And we have unas cucharas, many. Okay, so this is it, pretty much. Un cuchillo, unos cuchillos, una cuchara, unas cucharas, and one, as I mentioned before, this is definite and this is indefinite, because if I want to be very specific, or if I am just talking of something I'm remembering or something I want to say, so it's less specific. So let's go and say un cuchillo, unos cuchillos, okay? Same order as before. We go with Crystal and husband.
You first. Yeah. Un cuchillo. Sorry, starting over. Un cuchillo. Unos cuchillos.
Okay, great. Husband.
Un cuchillo, unos cuchillos.
Very good. We go with Dan.
Un cuchillo and unos cuchillos.
Yes, very good, wife.
Un cuchillo, unos cuchillos.
Very good. Next one. Who we have next?
That's you.
Karen Verdi. Oh, okay. Un cuchillo, unos cuchillo.
There's no L. Yo.
We're gonna try that again.
Un
Cuchillo.
un cuchillo, unos cuchillos.
Okay, that's good. Thank you very much.
Oh, this is
I'll
good,
try
maybe.
un cuchillo, unos cuchillos.
Very good. Very good. Okay, next one. I think it was Shannon.
Un cuchillo, unos cuchillos.
Okay, very good. Next one, I think it's John.
Un cuchillo, unos cuchillos.
Okay, very good. Did I miss anyone? Okay. Great. So now we're gonna go with una cuchara, unas cucharas. Okay? Let's start with our first speakers.
Okay, una cuchara, unas cucharas.
Okay? Next
Una
one.
cuchara, unas cucharas.
Very good. Very good. Next one.
Una cuchara?
Nope.
Oh, sorry.
No, he was wrong.
You're on.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Okay. Unas cucharas.
That's plural. What's the singular?
Una cuchara.
Very good.
Una cuchara, unas cucharas.
Very good. Next one.
Una chucara, unas chucaras.
Okay, we're gonna try that one again.
What?
Kuchara. Start with a K.
Una chucara.
Nope.
So I have a question. I have a question for everyone before we continue with this one. What's a word in English that you can tell me where you pronounce the way that you're pronouncing? So when do you have a word that
Coaches.
coaches? But coaches is a ch before the e. So same and then is there any word where you have the c in a letter and it's pronounced cha instead of ka?
Chair.
Or
Chair, maybe?
Chair.
Chair, but chair we also have the c and the h. So okay, good.
A K from a C.
Okay, good.
Chocolate.
Chocolate, the same, C and H. So in English and Spanish, this sound is the same, ch. But then this sound, it's a solid, like if you were thinking about Q, but Q, because we're talking in Spanish. So Q. So in English, you would say, like if I don't teach you, I believe you will say cuchara, right? Because it's a C and a U. But we say in Spanish like Dan told us, like when you step your toe, so cuchara. Okay, let me try to delete this. I want to delete. I want to delete. Delete.
Una cuchara. No.
Yes. Yes,
Una
that's
cuchara.
right. Okay. I want to. Hold on. Okay, whatever. It's red all over. So yeah, very good. And now unas cucharas.
Unas cucharas.
Unas.
Unas.
Okay, very good.
Cuchara.
Very good. Very good. Next we have Shannon, I think. Oh, we haven't go through husband. Okay, husband.
I'll try una cuchara and unas cucharas.
Very good. Very good. Next one. Shannon, I think.
Una cuchara, unas cucharas.
Very good. Very good. Cucharas, not cucharas, okay? For the future.
Cucharas.
Say that again?
Unas cucharas.
Very good. That's way better. Thank you. Next one, John.
Una cuchara, unas cucharas.
Very good. Very good. All right. I didn't miss anyone. If I missed, please speak. I want to get out of this, and I don't know how, so let me try again. Okay, yeah. Okay, awesome. So far, we have see the genders. The O, it's always a masculine. The A, it's always a feminine. We're not gonna worry about exceptions right now. We have some rules that we can find on the internet, and we can always ask me if there is any confusions or questions after you go on the internet and you're like, oh my gosh, there's so many rules, I don't know, whatever, you just ask me. We have the exceptions that you are welcome to memorize, but you don't have to. Let's not stress our minds. And we saw some definite articles and indefinite articles that we use all the time. Every time you are speaking about anything, you will always need this ones. That's why we are learning them today. And then we went over some examples on how to use these definite articles, either depending if they were singular and plural for masculine and for feminine. We did the same for indefinite articles. Is there any questions or clarifications that you would like? Some foods specifically, because I figured in my personal experience, I love food and I love going to restaurants anytime I have the possibility. And I feel like that's the most, that's the majority of the moments where when you're learning a language, you want to be able to like order in the language that you're learning. So there's some examples here. On the first place, we have galletas. I'm gonna point it out with my pointer. Then we have tomates. And then we have hamburguesa, ñam. And then we have zanahoria. Ooh, this is zanahorias. Okay. And then we have sandía. And then we have aguacate, because this is one, is just one avocado cut it by half. So it's still one. And we have sopa, we have huevos, we have manzana, and then we have camarones. So as you can see, I formed, how do I say this? I typed them with both the indefinite and the definite, since you can use both, as we were talking about previously. It really depends which one you want to use. So, okay, for the first one, for galletas, you can either say unas galletas or you can say las galletas. Second one, you can say los tomates or you can say unos tomates. And then la hamburguesa or una hamburguesa. In this one, I will ask you to have the H silent. That we're not gonna give any sound to the H. Hamburguesa, and that's it.
Is hamburguesa not hamburger? It's a sandwich?
It is hamburger, yes. And
that looks like a sandwich.
Yeah, except so we call hamburger even if there is no meat, like a steak or cow meat. It's still a hamburger if you have the brioche bun and the tomato and the lettuce.
Okay, thank you.
Of course. And so we have then the zanahorias. You can say las zanahorias or you can say unas zanahorias. Again, please silence this H. I don't want anyone to be saying zanahorias because that's not how it is. It's very silent. Zanahorias. Yeah. So we have la sandía and then una sandía, which is I don't know, there's so many names for this. Watermelon, melon. Yeah. And then we have el aguacate or un aguacate. We have la sopa or una sopa. We have los huevos or unos huevos. La manzana, una manzana. Los camarones, unos camarones. Shrimp. Does everybody relate to the pictures and without me putting the English translation know what things are? Or is there any picture that you want me to tell you what's the word in English?
Could you do the egg again? I didn't understand the pronunciation on the egg.
Egg. Okay. Huevos.
Right.
Huevos.
Yeah.
It's almost a W sound. Huevos. Okay.
Huevos.
Yeah, you're right. It's almost a W sound. Huevos. Any other question, clarification for anyone else?
So if you want to just get an American hamburger, it's the same word
It's the same word as which word?
as the picture you have up there.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hamburguesa.
Hamburguesa. If you want to have an American hamburger, yeah, hamburguesa. And
Okay.
then if you wanna if what you're craving is a sandwich, then we most of the times call sandwich when we do it with the toast or when we do it with like a large bun.
Okay.
And if you, again, this one same rule, if you mistakenly say, oh, I want a sandwich for this image, because you see you're in the menu sitting in the restaurant sitting down, and then you see this, and for you this is a sandwich, and then you say, oh, I want a sandwich, it's fine as long as you point out to the picture. Because if for some reason in the menu they have sandwiches and they have hamburgers, then they could bring you different thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. I didn't think about it. It's funny you guys are bringing it up. Okay. So, how much time we have? We have plenty of time to everyone go through the pronunciation and do the same round again. So, in the same order we've been doing it, we're gonna go through the pronunciation. So, you're gonna go through each of them. You're gonna say unas galletas, las galletas, los tomates, unos tomates, la hamburguesa, una hamburguesa, and so on. So let's start our first speakers, and then we go in the same order we have gone through.
Okay, are we doing all the top row or both rows?
Let's do the top row and then the second row if we have enough time. That's a good idea. Thank you. Yes.
Okay. Unas galletas, las galletas. Then dos tomates, unos tomates. La hamburguesa, una hamburguesa. Las zanahorias, unas zanahorias. Trying to remember where you put the emphasis. La sandia, una sandia.
Very good.
Your turn.
Unas galletas, las galletas. Los tomates, unos tomates. La hamburguesa, una hamburguesa. Las zanahorias.
Again.
Las zanahorias.
Orias.
Unas zanahorias.
Very good.
La sandía, una sandía.
Very good. Next one.
Unas carretas.
Okay, remember our rule, okay? Our helpful Y. Every time we have a double L, you make a Y sound.
Unos galletas. Los galletas. Los tomates. Unos.
Tomates.
Tomate.
Very good.
Las hamburguesas. Hamburguesi. Uno hamburguesi.
Okay, so we don't have many hamburguesas. We only have one, so it's la hamburguesa.
La hamburguesa.
Okay.
Okay, you just disappeared.
We just got a phone interrupt. Sorry.
All right.
There it is.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Las zanahorias.
Very good.
Unas amagorias.
Zanahorias.
Amagorias. Las.
There's only one.
La.
Okay.
Las sandia.
No, there's only one.
La. 2 words.
La sandia.
Sandia.
Very good.
And una sandia.
Very good. Very good. Next one.
Unas galletas. Las galletas. Los tomates. Unos tomates. La hamburguesa. Una hamburguesa. Las zanahorias. Unas zanahorias. La sandia. Una sandia.
Very good. Very good. Next one.
Unas galletas. Las galletas. Las tomatoes. Los tomatoes. Los tomatoes. Unas tomatoes.
Tomates.
Tomates.
Very good.
La hamburguesa. Una hamburguesa.
Yes.
Las zanahorias. Wait. Las zanahorias. Unas zanahorias.
Zanahorias.
Okay, zanahorias.
Yes.
La sandia. Una sandia.
Very good. Husband.
Unas galletas, las galletas, los tomates, unos tomates, la hamburguesa. La
Hamburguesa. Do not sound the H.
No H. I love Steve Martin. If you know his video.
Just go.
No.
La hamburguesa, una hamburguesa.
Very good.
Las zanahorias, unas zanahorias. La sandia, una sandia.
Very good. Very good. Next one. Shannon Woods.
I'm here. Unas galletas. Las galletas. Los tomates. Unos tomates. I can't see the screen.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. La hamburguesa. Una hamburguesa.
Very good.
Las zanahorias. Unas zanahorias. La sandia. Una sandia.
Very good. Very good. Next one. John.
Unas galletas, las galletas, los tomates, unos tomates, la hamburguesa, una hamburguesa, las zanahorias, unas zanahorias, la sandia, una sandia.
Very good. Very good. Oh. Orias.
Zanahorias.
Better. Very good. Next one. We had somebody joined, so that'll go after John. Stan. If he's Stan. Where are you? Stan Budzinski. All right.
Unos galitos. Las galitas.
Okay, so on this one, every time on Spanish you see a double L, you're gonna think as it was a Y sound, and you're gonna do that sound instead. Galletas.
galletas.
Mm-hmm.
Unos galletas, las galletas.
Very good.
Los tomatos.
Los
Unos tomatos.
los tomates.
Tomates.
Mm-hmm.
Unos tomates.
Mm-hmm.
La hamburguesa. Una hamburguesa. Las zanahorias. Unos zanahorias.
Mm-hmm.
La sandía. La sandía. Una sandía.
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 Mm-hmm.
La sandía. Una sandía.
Very, very, very good. Very good. Okay. For I think I don't want them to be stressed. So I think Dan told me that he had an appointment at 12. So Dan, if you need to leave the room, it's okay. No,
Okay.
no te preocupes. Don't worry.
Gracias.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
I have a quick question.
Yeah, of course.
The sandia, is that specific to a watermelon or is it melon in general?
It's specific to a watermelon.
Okay, thank you.
Of course. When we have a melon, like we in Colombia we have a lot the one that's orange inside, not the one that's green inside. Like in America, they have a lot of the green one inside. To that one we say melon. So it's actually a pretty good one because instead of saying melon in English, it's melon in Spanish.
So the orange one we call a cantaloupe?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Is that what you're referring to?
Oh yeah. You say cantaloupe for that one. Yeah, you say melon for the cantaloupe too.
Right. What's the green one? I forget.
I think the green one you call it melon here.
No, it's a
Honeydew.
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 Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, it's
Those are jobs that Shannon makes me do, those honeydews.
Okay. Anybody has any more questions about the top row? Okay, no more questions. Okay, we still great. We still have more time. Let's go with we have until 12, right? Am I right?
11:45.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the meeting, your Zoom meeting will last till noon, I think, if you want to, for those of us who want to keep going.
Okay, awesome. Great. So anybody feel free to leave whenever you have to leave. We're gonna go to the second row. So el aguacate, un aguacate. La sopa, una sopa. Los huevos, unos huevos. La manzana, una manzana. Los camarones, unos camarones. And we start with the first speakers.
Okay, Mac and Krista. Right. El aguacate, un aguacate. La sopa, una sopa. Los huevos, unos huevos rancheros. La manzana, una manzana. Los camarones, unos camarones.
Very good.
El aguacate, un aguacate. La sopa, una sopa. Los huevos, unos huevos. La manzana, una manzana. Los camarones, unos camarones.
Okay, we have many camarones. We don't have one camaron. Okay? So let's try that one again. Mac.
Los camarones, unos camarones.
Okay, and then for the LOS, it's masculine. So it's los and not las.
Los.
Very good. Very good. All right. Next one. Next person. Oh, yeah. So Dan and wife are not here anymore. So we jump to... Yes. Karen.
El aguacate. Aguacate. No.
Agua, like water.
Aguacate.
Very good.
La sopa. Una sopa. Upa.
Okay, so
Sopa.
oh, I know in English it's soup, but in Spanish is SOPA, so sopa.
La sopa.
Yes.
Una sopa. Los huevos. Unos huevos.
I'm
La
gonna
manzana.
I'm gonna
What?
stop you right here on huevos because I want this to I want to tell this to everyone. I feel like you guys, when there is an LOS, you're using a, which is a. You're using a, and it's o. Los huevos. So if it's LOS, I want you to say los. I don't want you to say las. Okay.
Los huevos. Unos huevos. La manzana. Uno manzana.
Una.
Una manzana. Las Los camarones. Unos camarones.
Very good. Very good.
El aguacate. Un aguacate. La sopa. Una sopa. Los huevos. Unos huevos. La manzana. Una manzana. Los camarones. Unos camarones.
Very good. Next person.
Is it me?
Yes.
El aguacate. Un aguacate. La sopa. Una sopa. Los huevos. Unos huevos. La manzana. Una manzana. Los camarones. Unos camarones. Camarones.
That's good. I want you to repeat the huevos.
Los huevos. Wait. Los huevos. Unos huevos.
Good. Very good. Camarones. Camarones is a tricky for everyone. I understand. It's okay if you say camarones eventually. Let's practice camarones. It's like you don't roll the R. That's pretty much what I wanted to say. There we go with John.
El aguacate, un aguacate. La sopa, una sopa. Los huevos, unos huevos. La manzana, una manzana. Los camarones, unos camarones.
Very good. Next person. Stan.
El aguacate, un aguacate. La sopa, una sopa. Los huevos, unos huevos. La manzana, una manzana. Los camarones, unos camarones.
Very good. Very good.
Gracias.
Okay, so okay guys, thank you very much. This was a very good exercise. Everyone did very well. Challenges will always be here. Our challenges today were the Y sound, so over here. The double L in Spanish, it's hard, and it's strong. So every time you get double L, you use in your brain the Y sound that you normally use. So instead of galletas, it's galletas. Very strong, very stepping on the sound. Another one that I observed today was LOS, los. So if you see an O, try to make it very very like oh. I don't want any more sound than that. I don't want oh. I don't want ah. I want oh. Like imagine a circle. Oh. And that's it. No less, no more. Most the majority was using an a. So instead of saying los, you're saying las. Okay. Everyone did pretty well with the hamburguesa. Very good job. You heard me and you didn't make much sound on the H because this is silent. The zanahorias is just a hard word for anyone. So it's fine if you struggled with it. And then oh, yeah. So if you see an accent, try to use it, but we are not seeing that yet. So if you mistakenly misspell it, it's okay. I don't mind. Don't worry. No te preocupes. Okay. Don't stress about the accents. Here and there I will correct you if something is very off and I cannot just understand it, but for the most part it's fine. What else? Oh, you're gonna have tricky words because we have the same base for the language. Like so many words are so similar in Spanish, in English. So words like sopa, you're gonna tend to say soup or supa or anything. It's just the way it is. Don't worry. No te preocupes. Really, it's tough, but it's sopa. What else? Huevos. That's just a hard combination of letters, U and E. I bet your brain probably wants to say huevos. I am just imagining, but it's huevos. And this one, camarones. We don't roll the R. It's just we barely go through it and ra 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 ra. So camarones instead of camarones. Yeah. Any questions on today's words, pictures, everything? No questions? Okay.
Wait, go ahead.
I would love to recommend to the class watch Steve Martin on the Pink Panther, where he would like to buy a hamburger.
Okay. Steve Martin.
Yes, it's 60 seconds of magic.
No, it's not.
All right.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
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 No. Let's break it down. I would
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 weird
would
would
like to
toi
to
toi
to
toi
buy
buy
a
a
hamburger.
hamburger
Hamburger.
hamburger
Hamburger.
hamburger
Ham.
burger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
So after
Hamburger was not hamburger when I was in Argentina. You would get gammon. You would get ham. You would not get a beef burger.
Oh, so if you ask, I want an hamburguesa, una hamburguesa, you'll get
Ham sandwich?
ham sandwich?
Yeah, gammon